Hey, Lily. Hey, Steph. How's my favorite sister doing today? Good. Well, not that good, actually. Oh, how come? I should just delete social media, really. Why? It's Glenn. He's getting married. Oh, I saw that. You shouldn't let it affect you so much, Steph. It's been 2 years now. I know, but I still feel raw about the way things ended. I bet you do. It was awful what he did to you. Leaving you for your best friend? That's going to be hard to get over. It sure has been. I just can't believe they're getting married. It's like rubbing salt in an already festering wound. It's horrible. Yeah, but you're better off without him, Steph. Seriously. Your relationship was broken before the cheating even happened. It was a blessing, really. It just gave you the excuse you needed to finally pull the plug. I know, but my best friend! It tore my whole world apart. I still think he did it just to punish me somehow, to make me suffer. And now I'm going to have to see photos of them getting married. Just block him already, Steph. It's easy not to see photos of their wedding if you just block him. I should, really, but even if I block him, all our friends and family still know the guy. And Justine. And some of them are even going to the wedding. Heck, even you're still on good terms with them both. Well, I did introduce you to Glenn. He was in my class. We were pretty close for a number of years. But you're my sister. You're supposed to have my back. And I did. I definitely let Glenn know what I thought about him at the time, but Glenn and Justine seem pretty happy. And like I said before, even though it was not a good way of ending the relationship, I honestly think it was for the best that it ended. You were in a bad place, Steph, an even worse place than you're in now. Even you can admit that, surely. But is it too much to ask that my sister has my back and doesn't still meet up for coffee with my ex-boyfriend who cheated on me? It's complicated, Steph. I can't just cut people out of my life like that. I know Glenn messed up, and he's reached out to you plenty of times to try and apologize. Anyway, he still maintains that he never physically cheated on you. You know that's a lie. Come on, Lily, he's lying to you like he lied to me for so long. Glenn told me that he and Justine only hooked up after you broke up. That you freaked out when you found out they had been spending time together when you were going out. But that he and Justine were only friends and that it was your jealousy that caused you to break up. Typical Glenn, trying to rewrite history again. He's manipulative, Lily. And it appears that you've fallen under his spell, too. I haven't fallen under his spell, Steph. I just don't think you should still hate the guy for something that happened 2 years ago and that was actually the best thing for both of you. I can't believe you're gaslighting me into thinking that I'm wrong for disliking my ex-boyfriend for cheating on me and leaving me for my best friend. You're my sister. You're supposed to have my back no matter what. I do have your back. You're just asking too much of me. To make enemies out of my friends. If I cut Glenn and Justine out of my life as you have, then my friends won't have time for me. So you're saying I don't have any friends? I'm not saying that, Steph. But our friendship group has forgiven Glenn and Justine. They're all happy for them. The more time you spend harboring hatred for them, the more you're going to alienate yourself from your friends. If you really want to get over what happened between you and Glenn, then my advice is to start a process of healing by forgiving him. And Justine. Then maybe you can start dating again. You know that I'm not ready to start dating again. I'm scared of getting hurt. You have to start thinking about what's best for yourself. Filling your life with resentment and jealousy is not the best way to lead a happy life. Surely you know this stuff. I will get over it. In my own time, but you cannot expect me to be filled with joy at seeing my ex-boyfriend and former best friend getting married. I'm not telling you to be filled with joy. Just don't hate them for it. I was actually going to message you and ask if you wanted to go on a weekend break with me. But you're being so rude, I don't think I want to anymore. I'm sorry, Steph. That sounds lovely. Let's move on and stop talking about Glenn. When do you want to go on this break? Sign me up. Well, actually, I was hoping we could go to New York on the weekend of Glenn's wedding. Really? Yeah. I mean, if you're not busy. Let me think about it. What's there to think about? You already said sign me up. I think it would be perfect for me to take my mind off it. It will help with the healing, with getting over Glenn. Out of sight, out of mind. That would be good for you, but don't tell me you're busy. I think that weekend is tricky for me. Lily, I need you to do this for me. We need to reconnect as sisters. I can feel you drifting away from me. Please, just one weekend. Okay, it will be fun, I guess. It will be fun. Just us two sisters in the big city. I'm so excited. I'm gonna start planning. Okay, you do that. I'm excited too.
Hey, Steph.
Glenn?
Good to see you haven't blocked my number.
Why are you contacting me?
I need to talk to you about next weekend.
Yeah?
You must have heard by now that Justine and I are getting married.
Yeah, I heard. On the grapevine?
Listen, I know it must be hard for you, but putting us aside for a minute, I wanted to ask you something.
Oh yeah? What might that be?
I want to put all this in the past. Justine misses you. You two were best friends before she and I got together.
I miss her too, but you can't betray your best friend like that and expect to still be friends after.
Whatever ill feelings you have towards me, it's time to forgive Justine. Anyway, Justine wants to invite you.
Invite me?
To our wedding. You were her best friend, Steph. She thinks it would feel wrong if you weren't at her wedding.
You must be kidding me.
I'm not kidding. It's what Justine wants, and I love her. So if that means inviting you to our wedding, then so be it.
You think I would actually go to your wedding? Are you insane?
It's not about what I think. It's about Justine. And for the record, I didn't expect you to say yes, or even forgive her, or me, for any wrongdoing you might think that we have done to you. But we want to move on. Justine still believes that you and she can be friends again, somewhere down the line.
Justine gave away her best friend privileges when she slept with my ex-boyfriend, and you... For you to have the nerve to reach out to me now, and to not even apologize, just speaking on behalf of Justine, you're such a coward, Glenn, you both are.
I don't have anything to apologize for, Steph.
No? See, that's your problem, Glenn. That's you summed up. You can't even see that you've done anything wrong.
You've told all our friends that I cheated on you. I've been very clear and honest with you, Steph. I never cheated on you. We broke up, Steph. We weren't good together. Justine and I were just friends. We didn't even hook up until after you and I broke up. You never believed it, though. You hate us both so much that you've made up this cheating thing.
Well, I guess taking long walks in the park together isn't cheating. Or going to the cinema with Justine when you said you were going out with the boys isn't cheating. Or messaging her that you love her isn't cheating. Are you saying all of these things happened after we broke up? Or am I just completely insane? Am I living in another reality? A different dimension?
Justine was just someone I felt I could talk to about us, Steph. I wanted us to work. I fought for us to work. Justine knew you better than anyone, so I just asked her for advice about what to do to fix our relationship.
But then you fell in love with her.
Exactly. Not right away, but over time I fell in love with her. And our love had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do with getting back at you, and it wasn't planned. But I won't sit here and admit to something I didn't do. I'll admit to falling in love with Justine, but I won't admit to cheating on you, Steph. I may be a few things, but I'm not a cheater. Never have been, never will be.
You're so naive, Glenn. I believe cheating doesn't have to be a physical thing. You can emotionally cheat on someone, and you emotionally cheated on me. I think you had fallen out of love with me long before we broke up, and you were just using falling in love with Justine as an excuse to finally pull the plug on our relationship. You think Justine knew me better than anyone else, but I don't think that's true. I think you knew me better than anyone else, and you knew that I wasn't going to let go of you that easily, and that you needed an excuse to end our relationship. Justine was just the excuse you needed. You spent the last year of our relationship lying to me, and you're still doing it. So, no, I won't forgive you, Glenn, and I won't forgive Justine. Thank you for your insincere invitation to your wedding, but it's going to take a lot more than that to heal my friendship with Justine. And as for us, I will never forgive you for the pain you've put me through. Never. No matter how much you gaslight me, I will never forgive you.
Okay, well, that's on you. I did my best. I knew it would be a mistake texting you, but I did it out of love for my wife-to-be. But since you have no intention of moving on, then it was a waste of time after all.
It was, Glenn. It was a waste of time. Like our relationship. A complete, senseless waste of time.
I don't think about our relationship like that. I don't think it was a waste of time.
Of course you don't. It led you to Justine. But unfortunately, it left me a shell of the person I was before I met you. I really want to go back and be that person again. But you've taken that happy person away. You, Glenn. I don't even hate you anymore. I just feel sad. Sad that I can't feel happy because of you.
Goodbye, Steph. I truly hope you find happiness again. And the offer still remains.
Goodbye, Glenn, and good luck with your life. Hey, Steph. Hey, Lily. I've been doing some planning for our little weekend trip away. I found a great place to stay on the Lower East Side.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Listen, Steph, I've got to talk to you about something important.
What is it? Justine messaged me. She asked me to reach out to you about her wedding.
That's strange. Glenn did exactly the same thing.
He did?
Yeah, it was the same sort of contrived crap I expected from him. He and Justine just want me there so their consciences can be scrubbed clean. Or, failing that, they want to rub my face in it.
Do you actually think that?
Yes, I do. Glenn is a vindictive man. He hasn't got an honest bone in his body.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
I am sick of you sticking up for these people.
And I'm sick of you making out that they're twisted and malicious individuals. They invited you to their wedding, Steph. That's no small gesture. That's a pretty large olive branch, if you ask me.
Well, I didn't ask you, Lily, and I turned down their large gesture.
I wouldn't have expected anything less from you, Steph.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that you've become so angry and so resentful that you've changed into someone I hardly recognize anymore. You used to be such a kind, forgiving person, and you know what? I do hate Glenn in a way for making you into this person.
I can't believe you think that I'm not a good person anymore.
I never said that. I said you've become so angry that you've changed.
My heart was broken, Lily. It was shattered into thousands of pieces by two of the people I loved most in this world. If this had happened to you, then you would not be talking to me like you are right now.
I'm sorry if I'm coming off as blunt, but I can't sit by and watch you implode any longer. I can't come on the trip to New York with you, Steph.
Why?
Because Glenn and Justine invited me to their wedding, and I think I'm going to go. And I don't want you to hate me for this decision, but I've been planning on going for some time now, and I was scared that you would react negatively and yell at me if I told you.
So that's why you said you might not be able to make it that weekend.
I should have known. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner, but Glenn and Justine are happy, and I'm happy for them, and I want to celebrate their marriage with our friends. I completely understand if you don't want to go, but please don't hate me for going.
I don't know what to say. I've been betrayed so many times by the people I love. I don't care anymore. Do what makes you happy. If you want to go to their wedding, then I can't stop you. But it doesn't mean that I need to forgive you. You clearly value your friendships more than you value your family. But that's just you summed up, isn't it, Lily?
I value my family and my friends equally. I'm not prepared to lose any of you over an argument that has no right to continue. Not anymore. Glenn isn't coming back, Steph. But the Steph I know and love can come back. The happy, joyful Steph, the fun-loving Steph. I still believe she can come back. That your heart can be fixed. But it's up to you. I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do.
You're right. You can't. Have fun at the wedding, Lily. I'll see you around.
I love you, Steph. Take care of yourself.
It took some time, but after a while, I started to see where Lily was coming from. I had dug myself into such a hole that I didn't recognize myself anymore. I was just so full of jealousy and hatred. I still don't think fondly of Glenn. Our relationship did not end well, and I don't forgive him for the way he ended things. But Justine reached out to me shortly after their wedding. I sent her my congratulations, and I truly do hope they're happy together. I've started dating again, and I've met someone new. Time does heal wounds. Maybe not completely, but it's always important to rediscover what makes you happy and what makes you, you.